Hello there, Aries. How are you today? Welcome to your general reading. Now, this is a timeless reading, so you're here when you're meant to be here. So trust that your messages for today are within this reading, okay? And if you wouldn't mind, go ahead and share that with me down below in the comments. And if you'd like to claim this reading, please do so. All right, here we go. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Strength card. I love it. The Strength card is all about you going deep, you know, and really trusting your instincts, your intuition, learning that there is more than one way to deal with conflict or problems in your life or challenges. It's really just you testing your fortitude. Something here in the past has really just tested you, and you're coming out on top. You're coming out on top. This is great for you. Okay. All right, Aries. There is something here though that you're sort of feeling as though you can't do. What is it? Ask yourself, what is it that is holding you back and making you feel as though you can't do something, or you're not ready for something? Are you applying for a new job, for example, and you're thinking, or asking for a raise, or asking to get moved up in the company, and you're kind of thinking, well, I don't know if I'm ready. You're ready. You're ready, Aries. I mean, there's so much in you. You're such a strong zodiac sign. You're a strong person, and you have everything within you to really, you know, succeed in life. Whoa, the number 8. Look at that. 8, 8, and 8. You are infinite. Look at that. The number 8 is obviously very, very important here. This is your reading. I mean, I don't know. Look at it. It's like that. It's very rare that you get, like, you know, the 8s like all in a row like this. Usually you'll see them scattered, but it's like we've opened up all of these cards here, and you know, I mean, it's your reading. I don't know what else to tell you here. I mean, this is your reading. All fire. All right, here we go. In the recent past, you've been presented with a new offer, right? Maybe a new offer for a job or a partnership, a new spot in a company, or maybe even a promotion. And there is a part of you that's kind of hesitating and feeling as though you're not ready, that this isn't for you. But know that you are ready. Look at this momentum. Look at this speed that's happening. And if you've been promoted and you're thinking, oh my goodness, I'm not ready, you are. It's going to move. Whether you like it or not, it's going to move you, and it's going to move you forward. This is really good. Page of Cups, and it's going to be something that is really going to be emotionally fulfilling or stimulating. Right? If this is a job for you, or a promotion or something, a new venture, a new business, yeah, you have this opportunity, and it's going to be very fulfilling for you. It's really going to strike that part of you that's just, it's like a passion of yours. It's going to be, this is all going to be great. Again, this is a general reading, and you can apply this to any part of your life, even a love life, right? You know, there's a part of you that feels trapped in the love life, and if you feel like you can't express yourself, or you can't be a little bit more independent, know that you can be. You just have to use that opportunity, move forward, and do it with class, do it with grace, right? Give it, you know, like notify or let your partner know in a nice way that you'd like a little bit more space or independence or something like that, right? So you see how I'm saying that this can apply to any part of your life. All right, that was just an example for relationships. It can go either way. All right, so Knight of Pentacles, you are really starting to plant the seeds for your future, something long-lasting. Whether this is you starting a new company, new business, or moving up, getting a raise, establishing your position in a company or a business. You're really laying down the seeds to really progress in that direction. This is really good for you. It means that, you know, you're feeling as though it's time to get stable. You're seeing the opportunities that are coming your way. You're worried. You're worried that this isn't going to work out. Are you anxious? Something is, you know, it's almost like there's a challenge here that you're not wanting to face. And universe is telling you, you have everything within you to look up and deal with those challenges and meet it head on. You're not trapped. You're not trapped in this situation or these decisions that you need to make. You have all of the answers within you. If you're feeling unstable in a company or something like that, or in a relationship, you're going to have to look up and deal with it, right? And deal with this hurt, this anxiety, this fear, because you have so much abundance that's working its way towards you, and you're going to love every minute of it. If this is a relationship reading, you may be receiving an offer, or even an apology. The Hanged Man. So you need to pause. instead of allowing yourself to get into this negative loop where you're thinking the worst and you feel as though you're the victim here, universe is saying you have to stop, you have to take a pause, see things from a different perspective, go within, because you are enlightened. You know, there is that part of you that is intuitive, that is connected with your higher self. Go within, right? Go within and see things from a different perspective, because chances are, once you look up, once you take the mask off, whatever it is that you're trying to handle, you can do it. You'll realize afterwards, I can't believe that I closed myself off to dealing with those problems, and I dealt with it for so long. I can't believe that I did that. I should have just opened my eyes and met it head on, sort of like the King of Swords, right? The King of Swords. Yeah, look at this. Another Five of Swords. There's conflict here. Whatever this decision is, yeah, look at this. Wow, Four of Cups. You're really closed off. So 4 and 8. These are important numbers here because you've got the 8s, or not this here, right? And number 8 is a multiple of 4. So you see that relation there. But 5 of Swords, you're going to need to see things, like I said, in a different way and communicate a little bit better so that there is less conflict in your life. Because I think that the conflict is just going to add this worry, this victimhood, this sadness, right? You have this coming down the path, but this isn't set in stone, right? This is just one reading. You can change this just by changing your way of seeing things. And here the Five of Swords is telling you that you're going to need to deal with conflict in a different way. So back to the Strength card here, you're going to have to see things differently and go within, find the answers in how you're going to deal with these challenges, because it's not always going to need to be a winner-take-all type of conflict, right? You know, this guy doesn't have to take all the swords to the point where he's burnt bridges and these people don't want to be with him, right? You don't want to do that. You don't want to go taking everybody else's sword, even though you may want to. But the problem is now you've made enemies. Now you've created problems for yourself: worry, sadness, anxiety, fear, feeling trapped, feeling as though you can't move forward. Yeah, find another way. Go within and find another way. Here, you are being offered something. Aries, you're being offered something, and you're turning away. You're like, no, I don't want that, right? I think you're kind of satisfied with your current situation and you don't want anything that's going to rock it. And here the universe is giving you this offer here. This person is coming into your life, but you don't want to receive it because part of you feels as though maybe you don't deserve it, or that you can't get into another relationship if you've had issues from the past that you haven't dealt with, right? But know that you're being offered love. You're being offered something here. And again, this can apply to business, career, right? Look at this, Knight of Swords, another Swords card. So it's interesting that it's on top of one another here. The Knight of Swords is very fast moving, fast thinking. And look at this guy. He's like charging ahead, and his mouth is open and like he's screaming, right? Not communicating properly. He's thinking so quickly that he's not realizing what he's saying or the consequences of his words. So it's interesting that it's on top of each other here, because I just talked about communication, finding another way to communicate so that you're not just charging in there and hurting feelings, right? And burning bridges and making enemies. We don't want that. It's okay to have such assertiveness and directness and being very ambitious and truth-seeking. However, there is another way. Go back to the Strength card here. There is another way to deal with challenges. You don't have to take everybody's swords, everyone else's swords. You can share. Plan for the future. Look at this. This person is charging towards the Two of Wands. Maybe if you are partnered up with someone, for example, if you're being a bully and saying, I want it this way, this is how I see it. Probably not a good way to handle this, especially if you're coming towards a boss or something and you see yourself as somebody who's deserving of opening up their possibilities in the company or moving up or something like that. And if you go in there, guns blazing, swords, twirling or whatever they do, you've got your sword up, that's not going to go well for you. Okay, so you need to be a little bit more flexible. You need to be a little bit more open. Don't charge at people, because again, this person might be trying to plan a better future for you. You have so much. You have so much possibilities here. Good and bad here. I don't really believe in bad cards when it comes to tarot. I truly believe that when you get something like this, there's just something that universe keeps trying to teach you, but you're not looking up. You're not receiving it because you've got your heart crossed, right? This isn't a negative card. This tells me that you need to find another way. right? Yeah, sure, you have conflict, but you just need to find another way. You need to take a pause and see things from a different perspective and find another way of dealing with conflict. Don't go in there screaming and yelling, because that's not going to work out. This person's going to walk away from you. Yeah, wow, 3 of Wands. Look at that. So once you deal with this, right, these 2 things here, because this is kind of like what's happening right now. Once you deal with this and this, right, and kind of tame this energy here, you are going to embark on a new journey. Something beautiful, something that you deserve, something that's going to bring you, look at that, 3 of Wands and then on top of the Page of Cups. This is something that you're going to start that's going to be so emotionally fulfilling, and you're going to love every minute of it, right? But you have to keep your heart open and communicate a little bit better, be more flexible, see things from a different perspective, stay on the path of trying to create stability in your life, and utilize the momentum, the energy that's flowing towards you. But first, you got to find the reasons for why you are feeling anxiety and fear and feeling as though you don't deserve something or you can't do something, because Strength card here tells me you can. Okay, Aries? All right, let's do some more cards here. Let's see what else we've got going for you. What other messages do you have? Let's see. 5 of Swords. Why is that? Yeah, 6 of Wands. Once you find another way of dealing with things, right, communicating better, your hard work, whatever you've put in, your hard work here is going to be celebrated. If you find another way of handling conflict, if you go in there and be a little bit softer and share, right? Share the swords. That's what you need to do. Share the swords. Look at that. 6 of Pentacles, number 6, is going to be important to you here. Okay, number 6, even the number 3, because the 6s and the 9 here are multiples of 3. So just be aware of that. Okay, the number 6. All right, the Hermit. Yeah, so go within. The answers to how you're going to solve these 2 problems here are within you. You just have to take that time to really kind of separate yourself a little bit. Don't stay under the tree and just say no to everybody or any opportunity that comes to you, right? You got to keep yourself open. You got to keep your mind open, see things from a different perspective, go within. Don't be afraid to go deep, right? You're going to have to, in order to solve this problem here, you're going to have to go deep. There's no other way around it. The Magician. Look at that. The Magician is all about you having that control, having the power within you to create whatever you want, right? So you have a choice here. I'm surprised you don't have like the 2 of Swords or something like that. You have a choice. Either stay in bed or stay in this mentality of victimhood, or open your eyes and deal with something, kind of like the King of Swords, deal with it directly. Make the choice, and then use the power and the energy of the Magician to create this new opportunity, this opening up of your future, this new opportunity, planting the seeds for something abundant in the future. All of this is in your control. You just have to make that decision, right? The Moon card. The Moon card is all about you going deep, because these things aren't going to answer themselves. You got to go in deep. You got to find out what is it that your higher self is trying to tell you, and stay on the path of positivity. Right? Stay on the path that you want to expand your world. You want to plan for your future. You want the very best things for yourself. Stay on the path, but just go within, so that way things are more illuminated for you. Right? Now we've got the Hierophant here, which I love because it's right next to the 6 of Pentacles. This is like the baby Hierophant. This is the big Hierophant, right? You've got these major arcanas here, which are really very, very positive. 1, 2, 3, and then you've got this one here. Again, speaking to you, and another one right here, speaking to you, telling you, see things from a different perspective, trust your instincts, believe that you have everything within you, and you can go back and rely on the rules, the systems, the traditions that you have. Go within. That is the message you're getting here. Go within. Don't be afraid to go within, and don't even participate in this noise, because you're better than that, right? That's just going to slow you down. Again, this is just choice. It's all about choices. You can participate in this mess here or this mess, or you can take the energies here of the Magician and do something positive with your life. 8 of Cups. Yeah, you're going to have, again, the number 8 is going to be very important to you. 8, 8, 8 again. 8 of Cups, you need to figure out what it is that you need to leave behind. Whatever it is that's keeping you here in this anxious and fearful state, and in this state of victimhood, or feeling as though you don't deserve something, or you can't do something, whatever that is that you've got to deal with from the past, you have to leave it behind. You can't take this with you. You can't take that. in your next journey. Otherwise, you're going to be right back here. You see that? You're going to be right back here. So you got to figure out what that is, and you need to leave it behind. All right, we've got wedge. Someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. So someone, right? Is it the old you? Or is it, somebody that's around you that's pretending to be a friend, but not really a friend? Just be aware of that. Mountain, major challenge to overcome. Yeah, you have some major challenges here. One of the hardest things we can do is deal with our minds, right? Right here. That's huge. Let's do peacock. Beware of great pride. Yeah, beware of great pride. Be humble, and how you get that humility is going deep, going within. Okay, I'm going to do a couple more. Let's kind of do some random ones here. You've got cat. You've got victory. And let's see, what's another one? And vine. Seek out information that will help you, right? And this is the information. This is the Hierophant. Maybe you are seeking someone who's going to be able to help you, say in a business or a skill that you're trying to develop. You've got a two-faced friend. This goes with this right here. Maybe that's what you're dealing with here, right? You're afraid to confront them. Is that what it is? Someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want, right? Beware of this person. And victory in some endeavor. So once you deal with these two problems here, you're going to have victory, and you're going to be celebrating for, your new future and your new journey. Okay, Aries, thank you so much for being here. I'm sorry this was a long one for you. All right, I'm so happy you're here. I love you. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.